some key food. You do? You too? Okay. Okay. Key food time. Key food time. Oh. There you go. There you go. I'm saying this. My God. Oh, I guess I can just leave it there. Alright. How's it going, everybody? Big Pasta Gaming here once again. And today, we are doing my homework. Whoa. Oh boy. Hope you guys had a fantastic week this week. Today is Friday. Is today Friday? Friday. Yes, today is Friday, guys. And you know what that means. It's time for streaming. Yay. Streaming all weekend. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, so my computer's been fine all this week. Okay. And I was thinking, okay, last night, like, okay, I gotta turn it off, give it some prep time to rest or whatever. So it had been off for about 16 hours. And so I turned it off early, and then I turned it back on. I opened all my stuff. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's running smoothly. I turned my webcam. That's fine. It's running smoothly. And then I open up the streaming software. And I switch the monitors for the display because I was thinking, oh, that might be, that might play a factor into why it's been laggy. If it's the monitor or the because last time I was using my second monitor, which is a weird resolution, and the whole lagging issue thing is the stream was complaining about video resolution error or whatever, right? It couldn't stream that high of a quality of a video to me. So if you look, where would it be? Control panel. It'd probably be display settings. Yeah, appearance and personalization. Display. No, adjust resolution. Yeah, here we go. So these are reversed. I don't know why. But number 2 is the one I'm using right now. Number 1, oh wait, no, you guys can't even see this. You guys can't even see this. Here you go. So, number 2 is what I was using. That works. Number 2 is what I'm using right now. This is my main monitor display. It's 1366 by 768, so it's not, what's 720p? I think 720p is a little less than this. It's like 1280 by 720. I think it's, yeah, this is 720. This is 720p. So obviously this is a little higher than 720p, but yeah, but I think I'm streaming at 1080p quality, so which would be a lot bigger than this, which is fine, or what should be fine. But the last time I was using this monitor, which is 1280 by 1024, which technically, if I'm streaming at 1080p, the second monitor should have been fine too. It would have just been stretched a little. And it was off to the side, which you guys had seen last time. What? Wait, can I change the orientation of this to portrait? I was looking into buying a vertical monitor, but they're like $100. It's 100 more bucks than I'd rather spend. If I can just portrait this and then just, I don't know, turn the monitor and then just balance it somehow, then I could have a vertical monitor. That would be nice. Anyway, so I might get issues later. Yeah, my whole fucking computer is just lagging. God damn it. Why can't this computer handle anything? This is so ridiculous. Oh my fucking god. Is this... Oh my lord. I can't do anything. I literally cannot do anything. What the fuck? Even the act of increasing this, increasing the size of my webcam display here, which is, it's resizing a window, right? Like I wouldn't paint. And then moving it, it takes a full minute. Oh my god. This is so ridiculous. Why? I don't understand. My computer's not that bad. And it's been running slower, but it's a computer from 2010, which when I got it, it was perfect. Like, I could play Minecraft with like all the mods on. So I played Minecraft back in high school. What we do when it was in like the alpha. But yeah. Wow, it is laggy. Why is it so laggy? I don't understand why it's so laggy. Dropped frame 0. My CPU is at 8%. Yeah, my computer's running fine. It's using less than half the memory, and it's using less than a quarter of the CPU usage, so there's nothing that should be laggy here. It's not like my video card has any problems. I should probably close Hamachi. And that's NVIDIA. Is my display adapter even working? Where's device manager? Computer properties. Device manager. Display adapters. NVIDIA GeForce 660. Yeah, it's using my graphics card. So why can it not? Okay, well now it's fine. Kind of. I mean, it's dropped frames, but whatever. It's not like playing a video game or anything. Which I did actually want to play a video game. So, yeah. So, is it because of my headphones? I wonder. Yeah, actually, I'm going to go turn on a better light here. I want it to be a little brighter in the room. Actually, nah, all I have to do is... I don't like how that's bright. I could just turn the webcam like that. There we go. I'll just sit a little more over here. There we go. That problem solved. All right. Oh, bless you. All right. So yeah, anyway, guys, so I think you all recall last Sunday, I was talking about how yeah, okay, just make sure the sound works. But yeah, anyway, last week I was talking about how I wanted or I was doing my essay, and I came up with all the ideas for the essay. Well, I am just remembering now. Okay, so I came up with all the ideas for the essay, and I was like, okay, I gotta write this bad boy. It's due in an hour. Gotta do it. And so I turned off the stream, went to the bathroom, and then for the next hour, which was really like at that point it had been like 45 minutes that I had until the deadline. I was typing out my essay. And I didn't make it in time. I got about a page and a bit out of 3 full pages into the essay by the time it hit 9 o'clock, so I didn't make the deadline. And once the deadline was approaching, I was like, okay, there's no way, like at my writing speed, that I'm going to be able to do a 3-page essay in 1 hour. So I was like, okay, fine. So I went a little, so I mentally prepared myself for that, and then I went a little bit above the, I just took a shower, guys. But yeah, I went above the, I went past the deadline a little bit. I continued writing a bit, but then by the time I hit like 9:30, I kind of lost all motivation. I hit a part in the essay where I couldn't come up with the words to write, and so I sort of lost motivation. I took a break, and that break never ended. So I didn't finish that essay that night. Big disappointment. And so I was like, okay. And so I was like, okay, it was like 10:30 or 11. I was like, okay, if I finish the essay tonight, I can still write a comment to the teacher saying like, oh, sorry, it's a few hours late. This has ended up being more challenging, than I thought, which was true. Yeah. And so then I tried to write the essay. I kept getting distracted. And the conclusion was that as much as I stressed out about, oh, I have to do this essay right now, as much as I stressed out after the stream while I was taking my break that, oh, I have to do this essay, I didn't do the essay. And whatever, right? And so I ended up going to bed at like 3 in the morning because it was this constant cycle of trying to motivate myself to get to do the essay and just staring at the blank page and not doing it. And it's ridiculous. So I'm like, okay. I'm like dead tired. I've been up for like forever. I've been running on like no sleep. Because I hadn't gotten much sleep the night before. My sleep schedule's been like out of whack like the past month. So like getting up for the streams has been like a real challenge for me. But which is why I've been late to a lot of them. But yeah, so anyway, I was like, okay, I gotta go to bed. Alright, it's super late. I'm like dead tired. Like I can't even keep my eyes open. And I haven't made any more progress on this essay since 5 hours ago or whatever. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. Oh boy, you guys know, if you guys are procrastinators, you know how it is when you say, oh, I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. So guess what? I didn't do it tomorrow. I didn't do it on, what was that, Monday? I didn't do it. I ended up waking up. I ended up sleeping in, and I woke up at like 3 in the afternoon. I woke up at 3 in the afternoon. I'm still groggy. I drink a coffee, like a can of coffee that I have, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do the essay. And I get on my computer, and I sit in front of the essay, and it doesn't get done. I don't do it. I don't even write a single word down. I'm still on that same sentence as before. So that same part. And so the entirety of Monday, it doesn't get done. And I'm stressing out about it. You guys who have obviously gone through school and procrastinated, what it's like. How I get is, I can't really enjoy that much when I know I have an assignment to do, and I don't do it first thing, and I don't get it done. Then it's that impending responsibility, and the activities that I do during my break or whatever, right, they're not my normal activities. I'm not sitting here playing games or reading my book or anything like that. I go on fucking Reddit, and then I run out of material on Reddit, and then I go on 4chan, and then I run out of material, and then I find 4chan boring. And so then Monday night, I went on 9gag. Which was like my favorite site when I was in high school, because it's It's the perfect, like, it's Facebook scrolling essentially. If you guys don't know what 9gag is, it's a meme website where people post memes or whatever. It's like Reddit. It's like if you took Reddit and you made it and you took out the discussion and you just made it easier to scroll through posts. That's what 9gag is. It's basically a combination of Reddit and Facebook, so, or Reddit and Instagram, or whatever. So, where it's just pictures. At this point, it's like half pictures, half videos. But yeah, anyway, I went on fucking 9gag, which I haven't been on 9gag in like months. I don't go on 9gag unless I'm procrastinating on homework. That's the gist. I don't go on 9gag unless I'm procrastinating on homework. So, but anyway, it's the most useless entertainment possible. It's like you get nothing out of it. By the end of the night, I didn't remember anything that I had browsed, and yet I had gone on there for about 6 hours. So, that's what I did Monday night when I was supposed to, finish my essay so that it's only one day late. I ended up doing that. I ended up making no progress on my essay. Tuesday, I didn't. So I go to bed at like 2 in the morning. I wake up in the middle of the afternoon on Tuesday. Like, okay, I gotta do my essay. I don't do the essay. I don't even have the willpower to do it anymore. So I just, what did I do on Tuesday? I read the rest of my book, which was like 10 pages. So, and then I reread certain parts of that same book. And then, what else did I do on Tuesday? I don't even remember. See, I didn't do anything worthwhile, right? Like previous weeks, like a couple weeks ago. Oh, what'd you do on Tuesday? Well, I sat in the dining room. I read my book, and I read my book for 10 hours. It's like great. Like that's a really good day. Sitting in a quiet place. My dining room's quiet because my family doesn't use it. Sitting in a quiet place. Just reading a book for hours straight. That's what a great use of a free day, right? That's a, honestly, like if I was working a job and I got like 1 or 2 days off a week, that's what I would do, right? That's what a lot of people do, right? For entertainment. It's a hell of a lot better than, browsing Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, because you don't get anything out of those, right? And I've complained about that before. 9gag is the same exact thing. Reddit is the same exact thing. You don't get, and 4chan too, you don't get anything out of them, right? It's it's social media without the social part, basically. So, but Kiwi. But yeah, it's, God, my hair keeps freaking flipping down. I need like a hairband. I need like a hairband. I wore a hairband once. What was it? Someone gave it to me in high school as like a joke one day, and so I wore it for the rest of the day, and then I gave it back to them. So that's all before COVID, so we actually shared things as people do, but or not shared things, but something like that wasn't like rare. But yeah, anyway, so I took the person's hairband and I wore it like that. And I wore it for the rest of the day. I gave it back to them at the end. But it was actually kind of comfortable. I had long hair in high school, so it's like it was brushed back. It felt a little weird on my forehead, having the hair be tugged a little bit backwards, but it's all right. But yeah, anyway, yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the hairbands. Yeah, so my reading a book on your day off, it's a pretty good use of a day off, right? And as long as you're not reading so many books that they all just kind of like blend together, then it's fine, you know? I think that's why people collect books. You know, there's a satisfaction in having the thing, but at the same time, when you look on your bookshelf and you see the book spine, and it's like, oh, the Magic Tree House, or oh, Clifford's Big Adventure, or I don't know, the Legendary Tales of Blue's Clues, right? The I was probably watching YouTube on Tuesday, but yeah, I've watched a lot of YouTube this week too. Oh boy, but yeah, yeah, no, you see like the title of the book on the spine, and then you remember like, oh yeah, this book, it was about this, and I had this, and I liked it, and yada yada, right? You remember, you can just glance at the book, and then you remember your experience reading it, right? So having a bookshelf full of all of the books that you've read allows you to see that, right? So, which is why I think it's better than like reading ebooks on a Kindle, because you know you're not gonna pop up your load up your Kindle just to browse through the library of books that you have. I'm assuming most people don't do that. But with a bookshelf, you're gonna have that bookshelf in your reading room, or you're gonna have that bookshelf in your living room or whatever, or in your bedroom. And you're as you exist every day, you're going to occasionally look at that bookshelf and then look at the books on that bookshelf. You're just gonna glance at them, and then you'll have fond memories of that, right? It's like a picture album, right? It's like a photo album. It's that it's in the same respect to a photo album, pictures of memories that you've had, right? So, which is why I think when you do something like exciting or meaningful, you have an experience, it's fine to take a picture of it, or two or three pictures of it. But there are people who like take a whole bunch of pictures of it, or they'll like record like these really long videos of it or whatever. Like the people who record videos at a concert, right? It's like the act of putting up your phone and recording it is I think that distracts from the experience. So if there's like somebody else recording it, or if like there's a camera crew, or if there's you set up your own camera ahead of time on a tripod ahead of time, and you just press record and then just don't worry about it, then that's fine, right? Then you can go off and actually enjoy the experience. The experience isn't I recorded the experience, right? So, and it's the same with pictures, right? Don't take 10 dozen pictures, because you're not have any time for the actual experience, right? So this is speaking from somebody who takes pictures of his food whenever I have good food. So, but yeah, I but yeah. Anyway, so if it's an experience you don't remember, then it's not a worthwhile experience, and you probably shouldn't do it in the first place. So browsing meme sites is one of those, right? TikTok and Instagram are the new ones, but for me, it's Reddit and then 9gag. Oh my god. So yeah, it's pathetic, right? It's like if I went on iFunny or something. But anyway, 9gag is starting to get like really political. They're they're very right wing, right? Like Republican, right? Trump supporters, but also they're very obsessed with the whole Ukrainian war that's going on right now, and they're siding with Ukraine. And so like half of the posts on there and it felt like half of them were about Ukraine, and it was so biasly in favor of Ukraine. It's like it wasn't objective information, or it wasn't even jokes anymore. It was it was just them saying like, "Oh, haha, look at the cool Ukrainians killing all of the evil Russians," right? It's they vilified Russia in the same sense that that we vilified Nazis. That's what it's come down to, and I feel like it's going to be. I feel like Russia is going to be written in history as like on par with Nazi Germany. I feel like that's what's it's on course of happening like that. I can already see the bias coming from the history writers and from the people, and the war's not even over yet. So we're gonna get one of those, and then it's gonna be like, oh, granddad, what you were alive during the evil Russian war, and I'm gonna be one of those guys like, yeah, Russia, they're not that bad. They had their reasons for fighting, and then I'm gonna be arrested for hate speech, right? So that's in fact, someone can find this stream recording of me just saying that right now, and 10 years later, and then arrest me on grounds of that. So that's what the world's gonna come to. But yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. If we're getting to a point where you can get arrested for having bad opinions, I'm just gonna delete this whole YouTube channel because that's this is really this YouTube channel is probably the only like physical like the only recorded evidence of me having opinions that are controversial. So, and it is the whole YouTube channel. So, but obviously that's not going to happen for years down the line. I mean, in Canada it's already happening, but yeah, so it hasn't happened in America yet. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, got my lips are chapped. It's a little elf. It's a little elf girl. You guys can't really see it that well. It's a little elf. I got it during Christmas. What was I saying? I'm cold. I'm cold. Are you guys cold? I'm cold. I need to put on my pants. I can't scoot back out of here because of Kiwi. Alright guys, I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna see if it breaks the stream. Okay, that didn't break the stream. Cool. So. I got a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I hear Jupiter's nice this time of year. Alright. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna put on my pants. Alright. How's it going, everybody? Big Pastagini here. When I got up, Kiwi, who is right next to the chair legs, so if I move them even an inch, I'm gonna run over her. She got into a defensive position. She's like, oh my gosh, what? And she looked up at me. She's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? She got into a defensive position. but she didn't budge an inch from her spot. So this giant chair that she has seen move before, that she's right next to, she's like prepared. She's in the defensive position, but she's like not protecting herself at all. Oh, now she moved. Okay, right. But yeah, what was I doing? Monday was earn a free drink, or do an order and earn a free drink at Dunkin' Donuts. So I got some hash browns at Dunkin' Donuts, and I earned my free drink, which I can get later. Tuesday was some other place had a deal. What other place had a deal? Where did I go on Tuesday? I went somewhere. I don't remember where I went on Tuesday. I went somewhere. Anyway, and then on Wednesday, Wednesday was get a free coffee Wednesdays at Dunkin' Donuts. And so I got a free coffee. It's right here, right? And yes, I did say Wednesday, and yes, I still have the empty cup on my desk. Don't judge me. And then Thursday, I didn't go anywhere on Thursday. Yeah, so anyway, Wednesday hit. I woke up in the afternoon on Wednesday. I woke up at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon on Wednesday. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, okay, this essay will never get done. So, but it's not going to get, and so then I'm blaming it on, I'm blaming it on myself. I'm constant, by the time Wednesday hit, I'm thinking about dropping out of college because of this stupid essay that I'm not willing to do. So, but then I'm like, okay, look, it's not that bad, it's not, whatever, right? I can turn in half an essay. I can turn in what I have late, and I can probably still get half credit for it, and I can probably still get like a B or a C in the class. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, right? So Wednesday, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to worry about the essay anymore. And so I played mobile games all day Wednesday, but just such a waste of time. But anyway, there's this one I've been really into, which I'm actually going to show you guys today, because they have a PC version, and it's the same account, so I can actually make progress on the Steam version, and on the phone and it'll carry over to the phone version, vice versa, which is really nice. But yeah, I got a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So anyway, on Wednesday, I was like, okay, I gotta reset my sleep schedule because it's Wednesday afternoon. So when I wake up, I'm like, okay, I gotta reset my sleep schedule because I'm not gonna be able to do anything ever if I keep waking up in the afternoon or in the middle of the afternoon, right? It's not even like, oh, I woke up at noon or at lunchtime or whatever. It's like I wake up and it's almost dinner, and then I go to bed, before the sun rises, or that's when I get tired right before the sun rises again. So I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. This isn't good. I'm not going to be able to do anything ever in life if I keep on track like this. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to pull an all-nighter. Tonight's the night I'm going to pull an all-nighter. So I stayed up until my normal time, which was Thursday morning, and it's like 4 a.m., and I'm starting to get tired, and I'm like, okay, I can't get tired. And so I drink a coffee, and I have a meal. I drink a coffee, and I eat my meal, and I'm like, okay, I'm still tired, even after the coffee, even after feeding myself, which activates my eating cycle. I'm still tired. So after the coffee, I got a whole can of Pepsi, and I just drank the whole thing of Pepsi, while playing Rocket League. And it was great. It was a good Pepsi. And that pretty much kept me away. So like 2 insanely unhealthy drinks of worth of caffeine. Right, because that's the equivalent of what, like 5 or 6 cups of coffee. So it was fantastic. So so that kept me up. My mind was tired. I couldn't focus on anything, but my body was all jittery. It was awesome. So anyway, so that kept me up. And then the problem that I have with all-nighters is that I get bored, right? The less that I can focus on, the less that I can really like enjoy doing. But I have to stay up and I have to exist for this amount of time. So I wasn't going to get any homework done because of the state I was in. But whatever. So anyway, I spent Wednesday night and Thursday morning. I spent it trying to fix my VR. I'm playing Beat Saber, and I want to get custom songs onto Beat Saber because I beat this one song that's on the official release, and I really like it. I spent like I think like 8 hours collectively practicing the song and then trying to beat it. This was a few weeks ago, and then I beat it, and then for the rest of the time, whenever I get on Beat Saber, I just play this one song a couple of times and then I get off. I just find it dandy. But I've played it so much now. I've played this one song. I've beaten it probably like maybe 50 to 70 times. Which is, whatever, right? I like the song. But the thing is, there are no other songs that I like on Beat Saber, and so I'm like, okay, I want to have more fun with the game, so I'm like, okay, I gotta get custom songs on here. But Beat Saber doesn't let you get custom songs, so you actually have to mod it. You have to mod the whole. You can't just mod Beat Saber. You have to mod the entire VR headset in order to then mod Beat Saber in order to play your custom songs that other people have made. So it's like whatever. So I'm trying to go through this whole process, and they say you can do it with your phone, and I tried it with the phone and it didn't work. So I spent like hours trying to troubleshoot and look it up and look up the methods and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I came to the conclusion that I'm going to need a Windows 10 PC. So this computer is not a Windows 10 computer. So, oh, you know what? I think the stream started breaking with the last update of OBS. I think I should probably roll back OBS to a different version number. That might fix it. I think I might do that later. If my stream actually breaks, then I'm probably gonna take some time to I was just thinking about this because this has to do with the VR research I was doing. But anyway, yeah, guys, if the stream starts breaking and it starts not showing like the video part of it, right? Like if it freezes like it did last week, I'm gonna close the stream and then I'm going to download an earlier version of OBS. So that's probably gonna take like 30 to 45 minutes for me to figure out because I gotta find a file for that and everything. So, but yeah. And then I'm gonna have to reset everything up because it's probably gonna delete all my settings, which is fine. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I did, and then all of Thursday I was just watching YouTube videos, I guess. Just trying to pass the time. So, nothing entertaining. And then it came like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. My fasting ended. Or my eating cycle ended, I mean. I was like, and I'm tired enough. And so I'm like, okay, great. So I turn off my computer. And so what did I do? I watched a couple more YouTube videos. And then at 6 p.m., I'm like, okay, great. A good time to go to sleep. So I went to sleep. And miraculously, I ate enough that day. I had 3 meals. But yeah, and then I slept for 15 hours. And then I woke up to my alarm at 9:30. It was great. So, yeah. I woke up with a painful bladder cuz when you sleep for that long, you know, your body is holding in going to the bathroom. I um so I had too much buildup in my system. Not to mention that all I ate and drank yesterday was just junk to keep myself awake artificially. So that was a lot of stuff my body had to expel, which it didn't because I was sleeping. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, that was my week. How have your guys' week been? Great. That's great. I can't hear you guys, so that's that's the best response you're gonna get out of me. I was imagining putting my cool glasses. Get over it. But yeah, anyway, I would listen to your guys' week and listen intently, just as you have with mine, if you guys existed. So yeah. But anyway, I didn't do my essay. So that's what we're gonna do today. And because I didn't do my essay, which was supposed to be the first thing that I was doing this week, which I never did, that means I didn't do any of this week's college homework. So I have another essay for English, which is supposed to be a shorter one from what I looked at, from what I kind of glanced at it. So I have another essay for English, so that makes 2 essays that I got to do, and then I have a bunch of, I was gonna say sociology, communications homework. So interpersonal communications homework. So that's I'm gonna have to do all that. By Sunday night. So I am going to do all that. Not this moment. I do want to show you guys. I had a couple things that I wanted to show off to you guys. Before I had a couple of things I wanted to show off to you guys before I get started with that. So one of the things is here. So I'm gonna move this over. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out what I did last week. I got a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. Higher Jupiter's nice this time of year. Okay, so if I have my webcam here. There we go. And then I'm how far can I bring this to where it says the X for aux? I can bring it about got a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I heard Jupiter's nice this time of year. I spin the world on its axis. I know that anything happens. Sun in the heart, in my heart. I don't know if the lag from the webcam is because of the laggy stream, or if it's because of or if it's just because of the latency with the webcam itself. Because I am running this webcam off of it's connected via the Wi-Fi network, but I'm it works out pretty well. But I'm whatchamacallit. I'm gay. No. That's iDubbbz. Yeah, I'm like the furthest away from the Wi-Fi box, so but I'm pretty sure it's a combination of the two. Oh my god, my whole thing's fucking frozen. Okay. Wow. This is so bad. Why is this so bad? Jesus Christ. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna do my silly tricks. Is this gonna move or what? Oh my. Move, you piece of shit. Thank God. Okay. It doesn't even, the most basic of actions. Lags. Okay. There we go. Moving this back. There we go. And hopefully... Is this going to move the browser window? I click and drag it, and then it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So anyway, we're gonna hope that this stays up. I did not Google Serendipity 3 grilled cheese milkshake. Why would I wouldn't Google both of those food items in the same sentence. That must be a common search. Anyway, so I told you guys about last week when we were browsing Yelp. I was talking about how I wanted to oh boy, this makes me want to buy a new computer, just like straight up. I just want to buy a new computer, but I don't think the PC itself is the issue here. I really think it's my streaming software. But yeah, anyway, last week I was showing you guys Yelp, and I found on my Caviar Taco, the restaurant's out of business. I'm super sad about that. But anyway, whatever, right? Can't win them all, I guess. I can just get Caviar on its own. I could actually probably, since there is a video recording of them describing the recipe and cooking it, I can probably make it myself, albeit it's going to be much more expensive because I'm going to have to buy the caviar buy the tin, which they were using a higher quality caviar. So I'm going to have to buy enough caviar for, 10 tacos. And so that's going to be like $500 worth of caviar. So I can have it. It's just going to be much more expensive, and I'm going to have to do it myself. So. And I'm going to have to eat them all at once because the caviar goes bad in like 2 days. So it's so stupid. Which actually makes it not worth the money, right? If I'm paying like, because the last time I got caviar is $100 for just this little tin of it. I mean, if I could have enjoyed one spoonful of it every day for a week, that would have been worth $100, honestly. But I couldn't. I had to eat all of it that day. It's insane. I don't know how they store caviar to last, so they probably have really good like refrigeration or something. So if I can figure that out. But anyway, caviar is like one of those things that I want like maybe twice a year. But I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars twice a year just for like a tiny bit of it, But whatever. Anyway, God, I want caviar again. Anyway, this has nothing to do with caviar, so I'm gonna have to figure that out at a later point in my life. Anyway, Serendipity 3 is the place where, if you guys watched Mr. Beast's like $70,000 pizza video, this is actually the first place that they go to. This is the first place with expensive foods that they go to. This is, they have their menu here. But down here, no, I went too far. Ooh, they have Belgian waffles. Down here, it's a regular restaurant with slightly overpriced food items. So, like, you can get a regular meal here. But their expensive stuff is just in this Guinness World Records spot. So, I mean, their normal dishes are like $20 each, which is fine. Whatever, right? It's one of those higher end restaurants, or not like a super high end restaurant, but it's a specialty place. But anyway, they have the Guinness World Records, which is the most expensive of that food item. So apparently, it's not like, from what I read, it's the most expensive of the food item at a justifiable price that people will buy. So you can't just, have like edible diamonds in a milkshake and then call it $1 million milkshake, because nobody's gonna buy that. No one's gonna spend $1 million on a food item. But yeah, with this, all of these things are insanely expensive, but for the most expensive of this food item, it is relatively priced. So their what I'm interested in is their Lux milkshake, which is made with like Tahitian vanilla scoops, or Tahitian vanilla beans, and like expensive caramel drizzle on what I don't know. It's made with stuff. Their milkshake is $100, and so I'm very interested in their milkshake, because apparently it's like drinking a cloud basically. So I'm interested in that. But the more important thing that I'm interested in is the quintessential grilled cheese sandwich. So that's looked really good, and it's got gold leaves on it. I don't care about the gold leaves, honestly. If I could get it cheaper, then I wouldn't have the gold leaves on it. Anyway, the grilled cheese sandwich is $250. So that's a $250 price tag on that. So, but yeah, anyway, so the grilled cheese and the milkshake and tax and tip is gonna run me about, just these two items is gonna be about $400. Just for the two. So you do have to order in advance. It's only like one day in advance, but I mean, you have to reserve your spot at the restaurant as well. So, anyways, if I'm planning a trip to New York, which I would plan a trip to New York just to eat this, mind you, I am that crazy. I would get both of these, right? You go big or go home, right? I'm not going to New York City a second time, so I'm going to get all of this stuff. They also have this hot dog. This hot dog's like $60, I believe. Not worth it in the same visit, right? I'm already gonna be full and sick off of the grilled cheese and the milkshake. But they also have these expensive fries, which just has a bunch of truffle sprinkled on it, so it's not really worth it. Apparently, the sundae, which is like $1,000 sundae, isn't as good as the milkshake, which is priced a lot cheaper. And then I have no idea what their burger is. But anyway, so I'd go just for the Mr. Beast items, just for the grilled cheese and the milkshake. So anyway, with that in mind, I don't know if they have a picture gallery, but I'm not gonna break my computer to check. We're just gonna go on Yelp. So anyway, this place closed down for COVID, but then they reopened up. So apparently this place was like really famous back in like the 20s, I think, like 100 years ago. Anyway, it's really survived the test of time, but I mean, you guys can just see like the kind of quality of the food that they have. I mean, look at that. My webcam is blocking most of it. I am actually going to reposition the webcam. So, encoding overload already? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? God damn it. I'm gonna fix this, guys. I'm gonna give me like a half an hour. I'm gonna get a earlier version of OBS. I really want my computer to be able to function while I'm streaming. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encode. Okay, so I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna restart, or I'm gonna video settings. I know you guys can see still technically, but this is ridiculous. Base canvas resolution. I'm going to turn that down actually. So, give me a minute, guys. I'm going to be back in like 5 minutes. So, yeah. I'm going to restart the stream in 5 minutes. I'm going to see if I can turn down the video settings and see if that works. So, which is going to just take me a minute, but restarting the stream is a process. So 5 minutes, guys. I'll be back on. Now I have to wait for myself to say that because it ended the stream really preemptively last time.